Content warning. In my last video, we connected the dots between power and fame and the unsettling allegations against Danny Masterson. Now we are diving deeper and going beyond the surface into the turbulent trial, also giving a voice to the survivors of his crimes, and untangling the complex web of Scientology's influence. We are also revisiting the theme of power and how it might have fueled the fire of these crimes. Prepare for a revealing journey into the darker corridors of Hollywood's glamour and controversy. In the courtroom dramas that captured the nation's attention, Danny Masterson faced the gravest accusation. Across 2 distinct trials, 3 survivors courageously stepped forward recounting their harrowing experiences. The first trial was fraught with tension and conflicting narratives and concluded in a deadlock, a mistrial. And yet, the pursuit of justice was relentless. As the gavel sounded again in the second trial, the atmosphere was charged with anticipation and gravity. The jury found Masterson guilty on 2 counts of RP, while the third count hung in the balance, unresolved. Among the trial's pivotal moments was the poignant testimony of the survivors. Each narrative wove a pattern of alleged manipulation and abuse, painting a stark contrast to Masterson's public persona. In these trials, we saw not just a legal battle, but a struggle for voice and validation, a struggle for justice. The courtroom transformed into a gripping battleground, reflecting the immense power struggles and celebrity sway that ripple through our society. In its very essence, it mirrored the ominous shadows cast by towering institutions, like Scientology, revealing a saga where justice, power, and fame entwined in a high-stakes drama. But most importantly, these trials underscored the resilience and bravery of the survivors standing up against intimidation and fear, seeking accountability in the face of power. As the gavel thundered through the courtroom, the spotlight didn't just fall on Masterson. It seared through the veiled. Intricate power plays entrenched deep within Scientology. The survivors, stepping into the harsh light of the courtroom, revealed chilling accounts of how the church's doctrines and the culture of silence and submission played a pivotal role in their stories. Their testimonies, struck like lightning, they exposed a relentless system of control and manipulation, meticulously engineered to overpower and bend its followers to its will. This case was more than a legal battle. It was an exposition of how individuals, seeking solace or purpose, can find themselves caught in a web of power that demands unwavering loyalty and submission. The narrative that unfolded in court was one where the lines between faith, control, and coercion were blurred, showcasing the complex interplay of personal autonomy and institutional authority. Danny Masterson, a figure once celebrated in Hollywood, emerged as a central character in this disturbing narrative, embodying the troubling aspects of power and control associated with the church. The trials laid bare the stark realities of his actions, challenging the public's perception, and forcing a reckoning with the darker aspects of celebrity culture and institutional power. As we delve into this story, we confront the uncomfortable truths about the allure of power, the vulnerability of submission, and the heavy hand of control. It's a tale that resonates far beyond the confines of Hollywood, speaking to the universal themes of human psychology and the dangers of unchecked authority. Content warning: this video discusses adult themes. In the gripping courtroom saga of Danny Masterson, the spotlight turned to 3 women, 3 survivors. Jane Doe 1 described a night that veered into terror. She alleged being forcibly RP by Masterson, an experience that left her reeling in shock and trauma. Her testimony detailed how she was manipulated and assaulted, her attempts to resist overshadowed by fear and confusion. Her anguish was amplified by the church's doctrine, which compelled her to silence, turning her ordeal into a solitary struggle against an untouchable perpetrator. The narrative of Jane Doe 2 was laced with the bitterness of betrayal. She recounted how she was lured into Masterson's house under the guise of friendship, only to face an assault that left her feeling violated and abandoned. Her ordeal was exacerbated by the fear of retribution from Scientology, which loomed over her, stifling her cries for justice with a threat of social and spiritual exile. With a third survivor, once intimately involved with Masterson and deeply ingrained in the church, shared her account of a relationship rife with control and sexual aggression. She spoke of waking up to find Masterson assaulting her protests ignored as he overpowered her. Her attempts to seek support within the church were met with chilling indifference, her trauma dismissed and her pleas for help silenced under the rigid codes of the institution. As these women stood in the courtroom, their testimonies unraveled a tapestry of fear, manipulation, and resilience. Not only confronted Masterson, but also challenged the suffocating grip of Scientology, which had long dictated their silence. Their stories, told with raw honesty, tore through the veil of secrecy, shining a light on the harrowing realities of EABs and the daunting path to seeking justice within the confines of a controlling institution. In the sobering aftermath of Danny Masterson's trial, we grapple with the severe consequences of his actions. Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge Charlene Olmedo sentenced him to a staggering 30 years to life, marking a significant moment in the fight for justice, branded with bad paperwork for his rape convictions. Masterson now faces a grim future within the unforgiving confines of California's prison system. Here, the unspoken codes of inmate hierarchy ignite brutal retribution, especially from factions like the Mexican Mafia and the Aryan Brotherhood, known for their ruthless green light policy. These groups target those convicted of crimes against women and children, earmarking them for harsh retaliation. This looming threat has necessitated Masterson's retreat into protective custody, a stark departure from his once glamorous life. Amidst this harsh reality, a poignant contrast emerges: Masterson's role as a father. Despite the weight of his crimes, he yearns for moments of connection with his daughter. In the controlled environment of prison visitation, to this profound yearning, G paints a complex portrait of a man ensnared in his own. This dichotomy raises pressing questions about the nature of humanity. How can a father, who holds dear the bond with his own child, inflict such profound harm on others? It's a disconcerting paradox that mirrors the intricate, moral fabric of our society. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.